All right, what's going on, everybody? How's my fitness family? Today I'm going to teach you how to increase weightlifting. And what I mean by that is how to gain strength. I want you guys, I get a lot of questions, people want to put on some massive amounts of strength, whether it's on their bench press, whether it's on their squat, whatever it may be. And this has been the hands down best program for slapping on some serious strength. I use this with a lot of my athletes, and I also use this with a number of other clients just when they come in and this is their goal, is to get stronger. My name is Brent Kasmer. This is Brent BKPT, baby. And I want to go ahead and knock this topic out for you guys, so that way you get down to the nitty gritty. All right. So this would be a squat program for putting on some massive strength, in your legs. Which is a big, huge importance. This helps increase your growth hormone. This helps you get stronger everywhere. So don't slack on the legs, all right? But you can use this protocol with any body part. So if you're trying to slap on some serious strength in a specific body part, whether it's your bench, whether it's your arms, whether it's your back, whatever it is, this is the best protocol to do this. And this is a progressive, so it's a progressive program. And what I mean by that is, what we're going to do is you're going to start off with the least weight, working your way to the most weight, but you're going to do it also with exercises, as well. So for instance, when you're squatting, your goal is to get stronger at the squat. We're going to start off with front squats. Obviously, you're not going to be doing the same amount of weight as you would for your back squats. So we're going to start off doing sets of 5, and we're going to superset this with hip thrusts over here. So I'm going to show you the exercises, but then I'm going to also demonstrate you how you would progress it up. So front squats, there's 2 different grips here. So you can do the cross arm grip, or you can roll your wrists back and do your traditional, that's your athletic front squat. But we're gonna go ahead, crisscross your hands. I'm an old man, so this is how I front squat. Elbows up. Key is keeping those elbows up nice and high, squatting down, driving up through your heels. All right? It's definitely hard to talk when you're front squatting because the bar's on your throat. So you would do a set of 5 there. And you would jump into a set of hip thrusts. And on the hip thrust, you can use, I got a hip thrust pad, or you can just use a neck roll. What you're gonna do, get up against the bench here, pull this back to you. The biggest thing is making sure it's centered, okay? So making sure it's centered, roll it up to your hips, pull your knees in tight, and pivot up through your hips. So you're using your shoulder blades on there. Justin, you might come around showing the shoulder blades as well. So you want to make sure your shoulder blades are on the bench and you're pivoting through your hips. So don't lock your head down and just roll your back. You want to make sure you got a good range of motion driving through the hips. So you would do 10 of these. So 5 front squats, 10 hip thrusts. All right, and you would go right back into your front squat and you would add weight. So if you, depending upon how light you started is how high you would jump, but we would do 5 sets of 5, okay? So you would go 5 more reps, 10 more on the hip thrust. Add weight, 5 on the front squats, 10 more on the hip thrust, until you get 5 sets of front squats in. Once you get to that peak point, your last set of your 5 on your front squats, that is where you would start weight-wise for your back squats. All right? So say I ended with 185, 225, whatever it may be for your front squat set of 5, and you're borderline failing, that's where you would want to start your back squats, okay? So going into your back squats, this is just the bar. It's across your traps. When I have somebody jump in here for back squats, you would make sure your fingers are lined up on the bar properly. That way when you duck up under the bar, your body is centered. So feet together, picking the bar up. Always, I like having that box behind people so that way they can sit down and touch that box. The biggest thing with the box squat is you don't want to relax your spine. So always stay tight, just down, touch, right back up. All right, so you would do 5 back squats, right back to your hip thrust, okay? So once you get done with your 5 sets of this, so same thing. So say you started at 185 because that's where your front squat ended, and you typically squat like 405 pounds, you know, you would want to incrementally jump that up faster to make sure you're at the right point, you know, so that way you're at 315, 405, and you get to that part real fast when you're doing your back squats. Same thing, 10 hip thrusts in between. Also, 5 sets back and forth, you know, incrementally getting stronger with your back squats. The last exercise that you would do, so now you've done 5 sets of front squats, 5 sets of back squats, all with, you know, sets of 10 hip thrusts in between. So your body, your booty is warmed up, I'll tell you that, I promise you. Then we'd go into the top half squat. Top half squat, same thing. This is just getting your body, your spine, and your rector spinae, which is around, like along your spine, protecting that, used to heavy weight. So if you're used to squatting 405 and you want to get to a 500-pound squat pretty quick, the best way to do it and the safest way to do it is to get your body used to at least holding that weight and moving it, so that way when you get into a good deep squat, it's already ready for it. So every week you'd want to progressively get stronger with this. So you would start at that 405-pound range, which is wherever you ended with your back squat, and you would go into a top half squat. So that just means that you're picking this bar up on your back, feet together, picking it up over the hinge. You're going to come back, and it's just a small movement. So this is a very heavy exercise. Boom, up and squeeze, tense those thighs at the top. This is just getting your body used to heavy weight, heavy weight, heavy weight. And you will be able to increase this really fast. So say you're used to squatting 405, I mean, you'll be up at like the 500-600 pound range, just giving you an idea, throwing numbers out there like that's not where you're supposed to be, that's fine. You know, everybody's at their own limits. I'm just saying it's significantly higher than where you would end with your back squat. Okay? So then you would strip it all the way down. At the end of this, you know, 5 sets, same thing, 5 sets of top half squats, supersetted with your 5 sets of hip thrusts, which those are 10 reps. So you'd literally be doing 30 hip thrusts. So, and that weight never changes. You always want that at a good weight for you to do 10 the entire duration. So it really gets those glutes engaged. That way you're using the proper muscles when you're squatting. So all of these exercises, so you see the progressive. So it's front squats to back squats because you can progressively get heavier because it's a progressive, you know, movement through it. So hopefully these things help you and you understand what I'm talking about. If not, you know, shoot some comments to me. That way I can help you out, you know, to further understand it. But you can do this with every single body part. This is how I get my athletes super strong in the gym. That way you get the best results and the best outcome. Like, I mean, I have clients that'll slap on like 200 pounds in their squat within a 6 to 7 week incremental time. So, you know, this will help you get those massive gains. So, this is today's topic was increasing, you know, your weight training. So I want you to make sure you take this, you know, and use it and implement it and watch yourself get massively stronger. So, all right, Brent Kasmer here. If you're tired of trying to figure things out on your own and you want a specific goal, you want a specific outcome, message me, ask me, I'll help you. I want you to get the best results in the shortest amount of time. That's what I help